What's good? We back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. I'm going to react to a video of King Crooked and Joell Ortiz talking about ghostwriting for other rappers. But before we do that, let's give you a word from one of our sponsors. Here we go.
That lit, that slap, it is that one. That everybody talking about Dizzle new drink. They like that's that turn. That lit, that slap, it is that one. That everybody talking about Dizzle new drink.
They like, do you dizzle? Yes, I dizzle. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, French cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, please go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. It's the cheaper link. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. And below that is locations in California, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So check them out, Dizzle Brand. They got the Dizzle Brand merch as well. It's under the dizzlebrand.com store, and we got the Dizzle Brand SD store coming soon. So let's pull up this video.
For niggas, that's the niggas top 5s. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Likewise.
And you know what I'm saying?
Wait. I'm aware.
But
Likewise. I'm aware.
You know what I'm saying? That's non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, NDA. Sorry. Yeah.
Crazy out here, crazy.
Oh, I'm very aware.
Yeah, crazy.
Walk through the buildings and heard some of the reference tracks.
That shit too, man. NDA, man. You know, I wrote for half the niggas in the game.
No, it's a real thing.
But it's real.
No, I know it
I
is.
swear, man, it's a real thing.
I know it is, but
Real.
I would never put it
damn.
out like that, but that's the real. You know
yeah,
what
but
I'm
y'all
saying?
can tell me off camera.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
I won't bring it up.
I don't know where it came from, right?
Right, exactly.
If you walk through some of those buildings, you'll hear them reference tracks.
Yo, dogs.
You go through at the right time.
Yeah, man.
What is that
You'll
like?
hear some of the
Do you
reference
still
tracks.
respect the people that you're writing for?
I do.
But you would never take that, right? You never take a verse from somebody?
No, nah, that's not me.
Okay, it's not you.
Yeah, nah.
It's not you.
I'm just from that era, bro. Like, I'm not mad at nobody that do it, but
Yeah.
I didn't come up in that era. I came up in the era where you gotta pin your own shit.
We back
You know
to
what
the
I'm saying?
top. We back to the top.
Yeah, but even in that era, everybody didn't pen their own shit. This has been going on for a long time. And one thing I want to go over and talk about is something that Joell Ortiz said when he asked him a question. Do you still respect the artist that you wrote for? Why would you not? I mean, why would you be writing for an artist that you don't respect? Then, I mean, it's all about the money. Then you can't be saying, oh, I do this because I love to do this. Which cats like Joell and Crooked, they're kind of cats like Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. They love to make music. The money part is just a bonus. You know, let's not forget that one of the first big hit record for NWA, Eazy-E was rapping on that song. Ice Cube wrote the song. A lot of that early NWA stuff, Ice Cube wrote a lot of that stuff. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, Snoop Dogg wrote a lot. Dr. Dre's always had writers. I know Jay-Z wrote Still DRE. Eminem wrote on The Chronic 2001. I know a cat from Fayetteville that wrote for Dr. Dre. Locally, his name was Rain. And that's the thing. They were talking about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Maybe back then they didn't really have NDAs because it's common knowledge now that Jay-Z wrote Still DRE. And it doesn't change the fact that Dr. Dre still made a banger. You still got to go in and make a finished product. And if it becomes a hit, you still got to go in and make it a hit. It ain't just the lyrics that makes it a hit. It's the whole package deal. Voice, delivery, lyrics, beat, hook, everything, you know. So yes, I'm with Joell Ortiz. Like you can't if you sitting there writing for cats and you don't respect them, I mean that really doesn't look good on your behalf, you know. And it doesn't change the fact that Dr. Dre Chronic was a classic album. The Chronic 2001 is a classic album. Both albums are nothing but bangers. Puff, Diddy, you know, people wrote for Diddy. Pretty sure people wrote for Jermaine Dupri. This is common in hip hop. This is common. All these R&B singers and pop singers, most of them have always had people writing their stuff for them. Neo writing songs for all types of people. You know, this is common. That's why you got different aspects. You know, you got singer, you got songwriter, you got producer, you got a recording artist, you got performing artist, and everybody can't be all these things at once all the time. Sometimes people are just good at certain things. But let's keep it going. I want to hear what else they got to say.
Did any of these verses like make it like hit single, like #1 or anything like that? Or
number
top,
one?
top 100? Top 100? What?
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, man.
Y'all think I'm trying to narrow it down? Like,
No.
There's plaques.
Yeah, plaques, bro.
There's plaques.
There's plaques.
Is it singles or is it album cuts?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You trying to get down to the
Because there's a
nitty-gritty.
question that follows behind it, but you won't get it until
There's
I
been
know.
celebrated records, yes.
Celebrated
very,
records.
very accomplished,
Heavy
successful
rotation.
records.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Were they bigger than your records?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe Matt Hoffa just asked that question. You just ask, like his second question contradicts the first. You ask, did you write records that were big hits, you know, top 100 hits and top 10 hits? And all due respect, I love Joell Ortiz and King Crooked, but the underground cats, they wasn't putting out top 10 hits, you know. So he asked a straight rhetorical question. Because the second question contradicted the other one, the first question, because the second one was rhetorical. Like you should already known that they wrote records bigger than the ones they put out, because they just said these were top 10, top 100 records, and underground cats don't normally put out top 100 records. Let's keep it moving though. That was common sense. That's why this common sense podcast.
Now I gotta ask, like, how does that happen?
Well, first of all, not everything that I pen is hip hop.
Oh, so they were like R&B songs.
I'm just saying, there's levels.
So you write country and western.
There's levels to this shit.
I hear you.
Country.
All right, so my art form is the most complex.
Right.
So getting to the other stuff, I actually take a little bit off.
Bro. You be writing R&B records, bro? Like,
Nah, I write. I'm a writer at my core.
I
You
know,
what I'm
but
saying?
do they
So-
turn into R&B records after you write them?
Well, no, I mean, everything is rhyming, right?
Yes.
Everything is rhyming, right?
So yes.
Yeah, I wrote everything. I wrote a lot of stuff, bro. Yeah.
Do you
Matt Hoffa's killing me with these rhetorical questions. He just said, you know, it's like, what are we doing here, man?
reference it too?
A lot of stuff.
Do you reference
Put
it
two and
too?
two together, get
Yeah, I
four.
got a voice, man. Yo, I was trying a lot of hooks on a new album.
Yo, I ain't
Yeah,
mad at
you
you.
do. Nah,
I ain't
son,
mad at
yeah,
you.
son.
Yo, I got a record. I be telling people it's Tank on the hook. It's really
Fire.
me.
Why you not giving it to yourself then?
Because they won't believe me.
Nah, own that.
No,
Nah,
because
nah,
he
be
just
trying.
don't want to
Nah,
own
own
that.
that,
He don't
son.
want to own
After
that.
they tell me they like the song, then I'll be like, it's me. It's
Own that.
really me.
Own that.
Nah, he didn't
Own
want
that
to
though.
own that.
Own that though.
Yeah, I don't care. I grew up around gangster singers, nigga.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg, you know what I'm
Nate
saying?
Dogg.
Word. Salute, man.
Wow. R.P. Nate
Yeah,
Dogg.
niggas will get on you quicker than these rap
R.P.
niggas.
Nate Dogg.
Word.
Rest in
You know what I'm
peace.
saying?
Nate
But you know
Dogg-
what's crazy? Like, you a new artist, right? You maybe 17, 18, 19. How much experience you got to write about?
Nah,
Great point. Great point. I mean, How much life experience does a 17-year-old to 18-year-old got to rhyme about? I could tell you I started rhyming at 14, and 4 years later, I didn't have much life experience to rhyme about. But schools, getting in trouble with following knucklehead leads, and smoking weed. That was about it. Great point. How much really experience do you really got to talk about?
Not much, but like for them it's like this new AI thing where they're like you can feed an AI program like thousands of records and then tell it to create something and it'll create pieces of a lot of the things that it's already heard. So I feel like young writers, they're like that. They listen to music all day long and they kind of like take pieces from everything they compose stuff. But they really don't have like their own experiences to sing about yet.
Wow, it's funny he says that. The guy that got me into rapping, that's exactly what he did. But there's always been people like that, Math, that just take little Slick Rick rhyme, a Heavy D rhyme, Dougie Fresh rhyme, a Channel I rhyme, Karis one, whoever. They take Q-Tip and a line, they hear this cat say a line, this cat say a line, and they bunch it all up in one rhyme. That's always been going on. That's nothing new. The guy that got me into rhyming, that's how he wrote his rhymes. He basically recycled other people's rhymes into one rhyme. That's nothing new.
Interesting.
If they got a good imagination, if they're good at watching,
Yeah.
there are exceptions to that.
It's like that 13-year-old that just rhymed about having keys in the crib and the cops rushed and all that shit.
Yeah.
Where do you think you got that from?
Yeah.
Or Nas living in the middle of
Or
Queensbridge.
Pac, Brenda's got a baby.
That's why I like Pac.
Yeah.
For a 20-something-year-old, his shit was too deep, man. It's like he had an old soul. You know what I'm saying?
Biggie too. That was a little, like when you think back at it, you'd be like, yo, Life After Death was written by a 23-year-old?
But dog, let me tell you something, son.
These cats way before their time.
Dogs. I seen a lot all the way to 19. Like 19, dog, I seen a lot.
Right.
I seen niggas leave in front of me. I seen pregnant women buy crack. I've seen hell, nigga. Like at a very tender age. I deal with some of
I gotta agree though with them. Like there is an exception. Most 17, 18-year-olds haven't lived a life yet, don't have a lot of life experience. But I mean, a cat that was in one of my rhyming groups, one of my rap groups, went to prison for murder at age 15 or 16. You know, and he's seen a lot up to that point. You know what I'm saying? He's seen a lot up to that point where he was 15 or 16. Because, I mean, if you living in the straight hood, even at a early age, you've been exposed to some things that you just wouldn't see on the day-to-day in just a middle-class American neighborhood. Just, like a regular middle-class, hard-working neighborhood. You wouldn't see that, you know. Even in the neighborhoods that were like 50% black and 50% white, they wasn't so hood to the point where you, like he was saying, at that young age, when you exposed to that environment, you're going to see a lot of things early.
these deaths now. I was at the wake, but I ain't really was at the wake. Because I ain't really know I couldn't value it. That's why the young dudes in the hoods is really the wild dudes. They don't really know what they doing just yet. Like, how scared are you to pop somebody if you don't know what happens if you get caught?
Right.
Yeah.
You a cannon. I did this shit twice. I didn't get caught. I'm laying everything down.
Yeah.
Then you get caught and you go, oh, wow, I got a daughter.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when you're sitting in, you go, oh, shit, I should have did that one different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Too late,
you
yeah.
can see a lot at an early age if you come from, humbling circumstances.
Right.
I was more so speaking to like the 17, 18, 19-year-old love songs. Things like, you can't really be through it. You can get a puppy love what you saw Shorty on the bus. Damn, I should have said something.
That makes sense.
But you ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't gut wrenching. You ain't looking
You
outside
talking about
coughing.
love
Somebody, this
experience.
is like, you know what I'm saying? So
That's not happening yet.
not at
That's
17.
But
Oh, they hurt Mac Young. They hurt you, young.
bro, don't get me started. Even though she been
Meg
on
was
my
crying
line.
Oh, damn,
Meg,
Mac.
you was crying at 12, bro.
Oh, bro, no.
Damn, son.
What I know for a fact is at that time, that world, even though it's this big, that's your whole world. You think what I mean?
Yeah,
That Puppy
yeah,
Love
that's
is the
true.
first one. It's this big. It's all encompassing because it's the only one you've ever had.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you know how Al Green and all of them, they had, I mean, these
Deep,
grown
soulful,
ass.
yeah. Let's stay together, and whether it's good or, but what I'm saying is, it's not always going to be the experience that you have to write from. Some people can rely on their talent to convey said experience in a way that you still would. If you just sat here and talked about your first whatever, and I just went all the way back to 12 and was like, oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of it, that's a talented.
Look, I like where he's going with this because music doesn't have to be about personal life experience. Like there's cats like Slick Rick that are just great storytellers. Nas, Rewind, Listen Up, Gangsta. What he said, Bob the Head, Spitting Up, Back in My Day. He did everything backwards, Rewind. You could just storytell too, you could storytell or you could just concept. Everything doesn't got to be about life experience, but I just like what Joell's was saying about, yes, he still respects people that he writes for, because it doesn't take away the fact, that they still got to go in and still got to record a banger. Their voice got to be good, their delivery still got to be good, the beat still got to be fire, the hooks got to be on point. Writing the song is just one aspect. You still got to market and advertise the joint too, So, yeah, I think that's how hip hop is the only genre where people do this. Like, oh, you didn't write your own stuff. Nobody's doing that in pop and R&B and rock or anything of that nature. Those genres are completely fine with people writing their hits and then performing them, but it's just hip hop that does this, that you gotta write your own rhymes. You gotta be, if not, this is the music business, man. It's a business. It's all about making hits. And then if one cat's got to produce and one writes and the other is actually the voice of the song, that sounds like a team effort to me. That's what it sounds like, a team effort. Like three people just made a hit record, and that would be like the thing for you to say like, oh, because you wrote the song and he performed it, that you got less respect. He could say the same thing about you because you only writing and you not performing the song. You wrote the song, but you didn't perform this hit. Or the producer could say the same thing about both of y'all and vice versa. So, yeah, I think we need to pump the brakes on that. Joell Ortiz is right. You don't, just because you write a song for somebody doesn't mean you lose any respect for them. They still got to go and make it a hit. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Paul Pickett Podcast. Before I go, I want y'all to check out these new little apparel t-shirts we got here. You see the shirts right here we got with the pit bulls. I got one on right now. You can buy these at promopowers.biz. Go to the merchandise or go to SD /shop/new litter design. I'll be throwing the links in the descriptions as well. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm out.